Hello, Aquarius Moon. You love high-frequency trading, power lunches, and power crunches. You love being alone and independent, but you also like to find quirky people who you can relate to on the higher frequencies and then figure them out and bring them down to earth where they can be understood by everyone. I'm Pastor Rosemary. Thank you for joining us. This is all about you, Aquarius Moon. What are you all about? That's what we want to know. What makes you tick? What makes you tick is you want an uptick in your career, and you can get that. And the way you get that is to simply understand that those messy emotions that you're afraid of being exposed are the very key. Those things that you're afraid that people will find disturbing about you, quirky, your interest being towards the unique. You're afraid that people will find out that you're just that unique and be exposed, because Kronos, who rules Aquarius, doesn't like the messy emotions of the moon. But your moon being in Aquarius puts you in a place where the moon sometimes wrestles out of the 3 rings of Saturn. Sometimes the emotions show with you. And once in a while, you find out that the very things you fear the most are the very things that bring you the highest dreams of your life. Yes, Aquarius Moon, it is in those things that you disdain, in those things that you deride about yourself, that you secretly love, and where is secretly your power. So don't fear the disturbing. Don't fear the unusual. Don't fear the freaky and the bizarre. Don't fear it. Own it. Because these are the very things that will help you and help your career come to a new thriving and blossoming that you've never before known. And you like being alone and you like being independent, but once someone has slighted you, you tend to take a stand and draw a line in the sand and take a stand and say, you know what, I just can't go that direction and nothing's going to move me. I am unmovable and I am unstoppable. And I am the light and the brilliance of the moon, not the darkness of the moon. So when things get down, I bring people up, and you do, because you like high-frequency colors and high-frequency people. You like movers and shakers and things that go fast, rather than things that go bump in the night. Although, there are times when you embrace your dark side, and during those times, that's when you find your treasure, and that's when you find your true will. Now, how are you going to get along with your family while you're climbing the career ladder, you may wonder? The way you get along with your family while climbing that career ladder is simply this. First, understand that if someone has slighted you, it's okay, because if you won't move yourself towards not forgiving them, but towards giving them a second opportunity to speak to you and converse and be friendly, God will move you, and God will move you very soon. So don't worry, you don't have to do that on your own. Also, as you wonder what exactly you're going to do, and if you can indeed have the career of your dreams, we're here to tell you that yes, you can. And the way you do that is simply by focusing, because once you focus and make up your mind about what you want, you get it very easily. And you know this. Once you are determined, you get it very easily. It's not elusive. So simply focusing on what you want and putting your attention there and saying, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Simply not by thinking about it or dreaming about it or how can I make a storyboard, just do it. Rather than making a storyboard about doing it, just do it. Because it's not what you dream about or think about or ruminate about or fantasize about that comes true. No, it is what you do. every single day. Whatever you're doing, that's what you're doing. And that is what you will be successful at. This makes sense to you because this is realistic. And this is something you can get behind. So, what you're doing, do it more. And if you want to do something else or something better, then do it physically. And then it is manifest. Because without action, all the dreaming in the world, all the planning in the world, all the writing things down in the world does nothing. What you need to do every day is do one thing that's hard. Just at least one thing that's hard. One thing that brings in you actually behaving in a manner congruent with what you want to do, with what you see yourself doing. If you want to be something, call yourself that. Be it. See it and be it, but you got to do it. And that's the missing piece. It's very easy to get to. Your loner tendencies and your tendency to disemotions, if you want a new reality, then you're going to have to understand that things are actually pliable in this realm. Things can be changed in the physical world by those who measure things, not by those who simply, again, enjoy the thrill of just the big win. You've got to, every day, take what's given you and see the value in it and use that. Because if you don't see the value in what you already have, then you're not going to see the value in anything. And also, Aquarius moon, if you're unable to allow in your mind that somebody else maybe did start from nothing and made themselves into a success, then you can't do it yourself. So if you're starting from bottom or the middle or the top, it doesn't matter where you're starting from. As long as you understand in your mind and know in your mind that anybody can get anywhere as long as they put their mind to it, then you can too. So how do we all tell who's better than who? Just understand that everybody is doing exactly what they want to do, and everything that a person does is simply an affectation. Whether the numbers are high, whether the numbers are low, whether the numbers are going sideways, it's all just an affectation. It's a prop. Everything. Everything in life is a prop. Understand that, and you'll do well. Aquarius moon, when it comes to the concept of sin, you don't believe it exists. You believe in idealistic principles and spirituality rather than religiosity. This is actually where you find your bane, however, because you are ruled by strict laws, by the strict laws of Saturn. And you impose those laws on yourself and others. You believe through morality, or just through simple what you consider to be appropriate. However, the religiosity that you disdain in others is actually something you're quite comfortable with, because those laws that you consider moral are reflected in these religious views of the people that might sometimes just annoy the heck out of you. So just understand that all spiritual books are law books. And this is where our laws come from. And the laws that govern people come from these types of rituals. Because without them, without religious dogma and rituals and religious morals, the spirituality would get so out of hand that nobody would be able to function, and there would be no ability to have matter actually congeal into a three-dimensional realm. Because you cannot live in all darkness. You cannot live in all light. You cannot live in all freedom, and you cannot live in all restriction. You must live in the nexus between the two. However, freedom always wins. So there's always an extra pinch of freedom. And some people think we should have 80% freedom and 20% restriction. We'll see. Thank you, Aquarius Moon. And stay tuned, because we're going to do more planets in Aquarius. I'm Pastor Rosemary, and thank you for joining us.